fantastic Zoe! The microphone's about the right height for you, if you're fine.
At least the person before me was really, really short. So, hello everyone. So I was roaming around Paris a couple of weeks ago. Any of you been to Paris? Do you love Paris? You love Paris, right? But I came upon this restaurant, Vietnamese restaurant, and it was called Kim Phuc.
Hey.
And I'm like, Kim Phuc who? Kim Phuc you? But to be fair, I mean, it was spelled P-H-U-C. But still, that's like putting your hands over your head, your eyes, and saying, okay, nobody can see me, I'm invisible. I do find sometimes that people like to name their establishments very, very humorous things. I remember wandering around the Midwest sometime and seeing a motel that called itself the Come and Go Motel. You don't want to stay at the Come and Go Motel. And then another restaurant advertising an all-you-can-eat buffet, and it called itself the Bottomless Pit Stop. America. So I'm originally from New York City. I always keep up on the news in the States. I want to make sure I'm current on Trump's latest escapades. Because he's really addressing the deepest concerns of the American public, right? I mean, the health of their retirement investment accounts, the price of eggs, but most importantly, their bad hair days. Because not only has he liberated them from their hard-earned savings, but he's also liberated their shower head from that pesky water-saving setting. So now that the water can gush out like a monsoon, yeah, America's great again. This is kind of a pet peeve for Donald Trump, because he always complains that the water just kind of drips right off his hair on that low-pressure setting. Well, big surprise. I mean, he puts like 5 layers of shellac up there to keep that thing in place. I mean, that is some sick comb-over job that he's got going on up there, right? I read a lot of beauty and fashion blogs, and they always describe healthy hair as being luscious, cascading locks. I'm like, yeah, well, maybe bird's nest chic. And they describe healthy skin as plump and juicy and bouncy. I'm like, yeah, well, maybe memory foam. But I do read a lot of ads for anti-aging skincare products because I'm of a certain age. But the thing that's really annoying is that they always hire 20-year-old models with flawless skin to promote products that are made for women who are much older than that. And it's like, they seriously think that we're gullible enough to imagine that if we use that product, our skin will look like that again? And it's like, come on, I mean, if you believe that, you know, see me after the show. I'm selling the Brooklyn Bridge. Anyway, I never really buy the products. I just kind of look at the ingredients and then go home and try to make them at home. I'm like a mad scientist. You look in my bathroom cabinet, it's filled with jars and vials and oils and powders. It's like the weird sisters from Macbeth. Bubble, bubble, toil and troubles. Fire, burn, and cauldron bubble. It's like, will all of Neptune's ocean not liberate my upper lip from those smoker's lines? The sins of my youth. But actually, they use some really, really interesting ingredients now in skincare products. The most popular thing right now is snail mucin. What I want to know is who looked at the trail of slime left behind by a snail as it glided across the earth and go, yeah, I'm going to put that on my face. I'm actually no stranger to interesting ingredients. I've been using Chinese herbal medicine for a long time, and I remember having a really bad flu one year and having to go to my herbalist, and he made me a mix of herbs that included beetles. And that's not those cute mop top, Fab Four from Liverpool beetles. Those are real black exoskeleton crunchy buggy beetles. So I boiled them up and I drank them. Oh. Don't say anything. You people eat sugar.
Beetle juice.
There you go. So are any of you from Gen X?
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Gen Y?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gen Z?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever ask yourself why they use the last 3 letters of the alphabet for these generations? I mean, we're thinking that by now, surely we'd have blown ourselves up and we wouldn't have to think any further ahead than that.
Sure.
So now, they have to go all the way back to the beginning, so they've got Gen Alpha. And the newest one is going to be Gen Beta. These are the babies that are just being born now. They're going to be Gen Beta. So what's going to come after Alpha Beta? How about Caca? How about Doo-Doo? How about Cock-a-doodle-doo? Wake up, folks. Do you ever realize that the old adage, no matter how much changes, however much changes, how it stays the same? So I look out at all of you, and you are still wearing the same jeans and t-shirts that your grandparents debuted 60 years ago. I mean, surely by now, shouldn't we be wearing those sleek, futuristic, monochromatic bodysuits that they wore on Star Trek?
Yes.
I mean, and we put a man on the moon 60 years ago. And what do we got to say for ourselves right now? What, Katy Perry's going up for a joyride? I mean, surely by now, we should be zipping through wormholes, you know, like taking that water slide in an amusement park and splashing out in another galaxy 300 million light years away. I mean, if we are going to find a habitable planet in time for Donald Trump to finish off this one, we gotta snap to it, folks. Get with it. Get off your social media and invent time warp speed. Anyway, I live alone. And I have to say that it is blissful to live alone. I have definitely the privilege of living alone. But I was out shopping for household supplies a little while ago. I was at Monoprix looking at the trash bags. And you know that the 20-liter trash bag at Monoprix tells you what you should use this for. It says, parfait pour les affaires de votre ex. And I'm like, you know what? That probably means something entirely different in French, but to me, it's like the perfect breakup bag. You know, this is what when you want to get rid of the last remnants of your last ex-boyfriend or your last ex whatever, and this is the bag to use. Just fill it up and toss it out the window. But the thing about living alone is that those kind of conventions that people follow for behavior on a normal basis, you know, you kind of just start forgetting those things. You get way too comfortable just being by yourself. So me, I have a terrible stomach. I am gluten intolerant, lactose intolerant, fructose intolerant, starch intolerant, you name it. I put it in my stomach and my stomach blows up like a balloon. So I'm at home alone. And whenever that pressure gets too intense, I just let it rip. And the worst that's going to happen is my cat's going to look at me like with disdain. And the problem is that this has started to happen when I go out into public. I'll be walking down the street and all of a sudden this pressure starts. And before I remember that I'm supposed to hold this in, I hear these kind of like put, 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 put things coming out from behind me. And I'm like, and I look around. Did anybody hear that? And if there are people around me, I glare at them. Did you do that? And they're like, no, God, look at me. Anyway, that's my time for right now. Thanks for listening. You were great.